Hey everybody, it's Sean here, and today we're going to take a look at Baz Luhrmann's new biopic about the king of rock himself, Elvis Presley. Of course, as always, if you enjoy the channel and you want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. Now, besides from The Great Gatsby, I don't really have any other experience in Baz Luhrmann's films, so seeing this was kind of new to me. It was different from what I was used to, and I have to say that this movie was fantastic. I loved how it was constantly bursting with style and energy throughout the entire thing. There were a few moments that I was a little confused as to what was going on screen because there was so much happening. But other than that, I loved the movie from start to finish, and I think Austin Butler's Elvis performance and singing was fantastic. I think he did a great job as Elvis Presley, and he was really convincing as the character. Probably one of the best Elvises that you can see in film. I think Tom Hanks' portrayal of Colonel Parker and the unreliable narrator perspective that they took on the film as he narrates a majority of the movie. You see the events of the movie through his eyes, at least a good part of them. I think it was great. I really enjoyed Tom Hanks. He made the character really, really hateable, and yet you can also see how Elvis kind of stuck to him. You can see very detailed how Parker manipulated Elvis and how he made him hold on to him throughout the decades of his career. And I really enjoyed how it jumped from Elvis's perspective to Parker's perspective, and it went kind of back and forth throughout the entire movie. I think everybody in this movie did a great job, and I think the soundtrack, which is not just Elvis music, Baz Luhrmann has this thing I also noticed with The Great Gatsby, of including more modern music into his scenes. And I think it worked well for this movie. I didn't like it so much in The Great Gatsby, but we're not talking about that movie. In Elvis, he did a great job. I think there's a Doja Cat song in there somewhere, and I think it worked nicely for the mood and the energy that this movie was giving off. I actually learned a lot about Elvis through this movie, and this movie does stay really true, as most biopics do, to what actually happened in real life. Of course, there's some creative liberties taken here and there, like the age of when he met his wife in Germany. I learned a lot from this movie, and I think that it was great learning these things and just getting more familiar with things that have happened in real life through this movie. Now, this was a really short review, actually. I didn't have much to say on it. There was nothing I really had to complain about whatsoever. I think Austin Butler's performance was great. Tom Hanks' performance was great. I love Elvis music. I like the inclusion of the more modern music. I think Baz Luhrmann's style is something I can really get used to, and I can't wait to check out his other films because of this movie. So with that being said, I want to give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. And besides the occasional times that I would just get disoriented with everything happening on screen and it would be kind of hard to follow, I really did enjoy this movie. And I think if you're a fan of Elvis or a fan of music in general, music history, go and see this movie. I think you'll really enjoy it, and it's hard not to like it. It's a good cautionary tale about the position of power that you can reach when you're famous and how other people will try to exploit you because of it. And I think it's a great film. Now, I was a little bit late on this movie. This movie came out about 2 months ago, I think. Unfortunately, I did only see it recently. But I still wanted to give you my thoughts on this movie. I really did like it, and I think you will too. With that being said, I've been Sean from Tom Productions, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.